Joe Biden has proclaimed Vladimir Putin and Russia has already lost the war in Ukraine. The US president made the bold declaration before leaving Europe in a joint news conference with his Finnish counterpart. But fighting still remains ongoing, and until that ceases, Biden reaffirmed that Ukraine won't be joining NATO.
No one can join NATO while a war is going on, where a NATO nation is being attacked, because that guarantees that we're in a war, and we're in a third world war.
Biden also dismissed any real prospect that Putin may resort to nuclear weapons to escalate the war. First it was the US, now parts of Europe are sweltering through a fierce heat wave, with temperatures in some countries set to reach almost 50 degrees. From holiday hotspots in Greece to the Balkans, people are being told to stay inside to stay alive.
Dancing across the scorching sand to the sweet relief of the sea off the coast of Athens. The perfect escape as temperatures soar to almost unbelievable levels.
It's difficult. It's like being in Africa.
Extreme heat is sweeping across much of southern Europe, hitting holiday hotspots from Greece to Spain, Italy, Cyprus, even the Balkans. Forecasters warn temperatures could top 45 degrees in some parts by the end of the week. And on the Italian islands of Sicily and Sardinia, it could get even hotter, potentially reaching 48 degrees.
We're not used to this kind of heat at all and this kind of humidity. So we are doing our best with the water and the sunscreen to keep us going.
Extra precautions are being taken in Greece, where the government has ordered the suspension of work between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. in high-risk heat areas. Ambulances are on standby at historical sites as tourists brave the baking sun.
We've already had to have breakfast inside because it was quite warm outside.
The animals at Madrid Zoo opted for al fresco dining. Frozen fruit went down a treat in the panda enclosure, but how much more extreme weather can Europe bear? Experts say conditions will worsen before they get better, and the heat could stick around into next week. John Paul Gonzo for 10 News First, London.
While Europe swelters, large parts of India are being inundated by monsoonal rains. The capital, Delhi, is one of the cities worst hit, with the Yamuna River peaking at levels not seen for 40 years. More than 100 people have been killed over the past fortnight as roads give way, homes collapse and water swallows up villages. And it's not over yet, with more heavy rain set to lash northern India in the coming days. Kevin Spacey has taken the stand in London to defend himself in his trial over sexual assault charges. He told the court that his world exploded back in 2017 when allegations surfaced, fighting back tears as he revealed he had lost everything since then. Spacey, who is facing 12 charges, conceded that he did touch one of his accusers but claimed it was, in his mind, romantic. But he denied other allegations, saying they never happened. It's been revealed that Lisa Marie Presley died from a bowel obstruction. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner ruled her death in January this year as natural. The only child of rock and roll legend Elvis, Lisa Marie died after she was found in cardiac arrest at her California home. It came 2 days after her final public appearance at the Golden Globes. There was a wild scene out in Texas when an oil pipeline exploded, shooting flames and smoke high into the air. Local residents down on the Gulf Coast say their houses were rocked by the blast, which could be seen for kilometres. Fortunately, no one was hurt. It was even more wild inside the Kosovo parliament as a brawl broke out between politicians. The melee started after an opposition MP threw water on the Prime Minister while he was talking at the lectern. Members from both sides rushed in with a violent scrum forming. It all centred on tensions up in the north of the country with ethnic Serbians. History has been made in Florida. These reptile wranglers literally wrestled the state's biggest ever python, measuring almost 6 metres in length and tipping the scales at 57 kilograms. It took a real fight to bring it under control. And it's a good thing they did, because the Burmese pythons are considered invasive and local conservationists try to catch them before they lay any eggs. Also wrestling was this otter shamelessly snatching a young surfer's board in California. And it's not the first time it's happened either. The mammal is a serial offender, with wildlife authorities now on the hunt for the 5-year-old female off the coast of Santa Cruz. Scant consolation for the surfer, though, who is now without a surfboard.